Commonwealth Billiards Championship Grand Final in the men's division HEYBALL category. We have Shivam Arora from India against Chandiga CEASER from Uganda. This is a race to 9 gold match. It's for the gold, and winner takes home gold for himself and for his country. I'm your commentator, Raymond Tilak, joined by Lenyukta Chetty. Lenyukta, what a match we have on for us.
Oh, absolutely, Raymond. I mean, Shivam Arora, he's had a fantastic last 6 months in the Q Sport world. And Chandiga CEASER, what can we say that hasn't been said about the Scorpion from Uganda? We're in for a treat.
We definitely are, and you watched last night's match with me. We had the pleasure of commentating on that. Chandiga CEASER against Chris Melling, one of the greatest matches you can see. Chandiga CEASER managing to edge Chris Melling out in that penalty shootout performance. And then this morning, Shivam Arora against Jason Theron from South Africa. Shivam was really on it this morning, I have to say, against Jason Theron. A few mistakes, he did capitalize on them, and one-way traffic in that match. Jason was just not able to come back and come at him. And that's why we have this final now. Yeah,
no, absolutely. I think any betting person would have probably stacked the odds in Jason Theron's favor when that draw came out for him against Shivam Arora. Shivam Arora, well known for his snooker exploits in India, but has had a fantastic showing in HEYBALL in the last year in particular.
He definitely has, and as we know, CEASER Chandiga playing in the Joy events, playing more HEYBALL these days. He is really on his game as well. We know him for making the game look so simple, and it's going to be a really, really exciting match.
Well, wherever you're joining us, remember to share the stream for WPALive.tv. All the men's finals in every single discipline showcased here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship for 2025 is currently underway. What a treat, Black ball, 10 ball, snooker and HEYBALL live right now, all 4 disciplines for your viewing pleasure. Remember to share the stream links.
Yeah, and that's all on WPALive.tv, powered by 4 Cents, our official broadcasters for this event, doing a fantastic job at bringing all the action to the viewers at home, every shot, every match, and all the action. Amazing stuff. So
Shivam Arora with a decent...
A very good break.
I know decent was a bit of an understatement there. Good break from Shivam Arora to get us kicked off in this match. It's still a race to 9.
It is still a race to 9.
100 minutes.
Yes, and he did actually get 2 break and runs against Jason Theron earlier. So Shivam is really comfortable with his breaks and comfortable on the table, as we see him not getting that combination shot to the center pocket.
CEASER firing that 6 ball into the corner pocket. No cigar for him. Shivam to the table, and Shivam on stripes. Stripes pretty open on this table, Raymond.
Yeah, there's not many balls left on this table after that break from Shivam. He really hit those solid, and he's one of his specialities is that he's got a very, very nice stroke with him. It's a very light touch, and he's able to maneuver the cue ball in tight spaces as well. That's what I do like about his game, and at the same time, in saying that, he can really power them in if he needs to. He can get that cue ball wherever he needs to get it on the table. So a pretty complete player is Shivam Arora.
For me, Raymond, in particular, why Shivam Arora stands out as a player, because of the massive leap he's taken on the HEYBALL scene. I mean, relatively unknown prior to the Grandmasters finals in terms of HEYBALL on its highest level. And everybody knows Shivam Arora now because he truly impressed everybody there.
Yes, it was at his last showing at the 13th Grandmasters finals by Joy in China recently in Chengdu City, where he beat Gareth Potts, I believe 11-4, 11-3 with 3 or 4 break-in finishes in that match, and that was one of his best peak performances. And as you say, wasn't well known before that, but now definitely a name brand on the HEYBALL scene of the international players is Shivam Arora.
And Chandigarh CEASER, very much the same. And I think that's thanks largely to his fan base. You all have really put CEASER on the match, and CEASER man. He's really, I think he just brings joy to his African fan base. And not just the African fan base. I think he's probably racked up a following in other continents too.
Definitely. And yeah, as you say, that he got a very large support from the African continent, but that's also because of the type of player he is. He represents his continent very proudly overseas, and he's always doing well. I remember last year at the grand finals, he played really well there, and that's where Joy signed him. And you see it's shots like that CEASER can see that puts him one up on his opponents tactically as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Raymond. I mean, you and I had a discussion post-match yesterday, and CEASER's getting to a point now where he's starting to make HEYBALL look as simple as he makes the 7-foot table game look. And that is something to behold, because CEASER is known for his pattern play, the algorithm he chooses on the 7-foot table, and to bring that to the HEYBALL table with its unique nuances that make this game so much more difficult. Yeah, it's a thing of beauty, and we saw some of that last night in his match against Chris Melling.
Yeah, definitely. He makes this game look quite simple and very difficult to do. As you say, on the 7-foot black ball table, he does that as well. But not only has he transferred that skill to HEYBALL, he has also transferred that BMT, that big match temperament to HEYBALL. As you saw him going face-to-face with Chris Melling. I mean, Chris Melling is a real name brand, one of the best QS in the world, and CEASER was able to always be ahead of Melling and at the end win on penalties. But that was a convincing victory from CEASER in that match. He really, really played well, and I can tell you that's not the best of him that I've seen. So if he has to play better than that, he is really a force to be reckoned with on the HEYBALL circuit. As we're saying that was a unforced error from CEASER, missing that to the center pocket.
Yeah, we've gone just 7 minutes into this match now, and it's in its infancy. Shivam Arora, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Pre-match, first frame jitters, Raymond. First frame jitters.
I think it has to be that, because that is not a shot that you would see this player missing. If you watch the earlier match between him and Jason Theron, he missed maybe 2 or 3 balls in the entire session. It was clearance, break and run from Shivam Arora. So it looks like he is not going to punish the Scorpion for that mistake. CEASER Chandigarh takes his first point of the match to lead Shivam Arora 1-0. So yeah, first frame jitters, you say, Lenyukta.
Yeah, first frame jitters. I mean, you can expect it, guys. The very first Commonwealth Billiards Championship, you're in the final. History about to be written here, and you want to be the victor.
Yes.
You want to be the victor. You've played your heart out. Very strong field in HEYBALL, in particular on the men's side. I think of all the disciplines we've had here, snooker and HEYBALL, strongest field.
Yes. Definitely a very strong field. Many of the players in the HEYBALL field have been to China and have been playing a lot of HEYBALL, have played some of the WPA Joy, Uniting the World events around the world. So this match will come down to who can find their game quicker. That's what it's going to come down to, because they are quite evenly matched in my eyes, but it's going to come down to who finds their flow quicker and who can get those few frames ahead. Has quite a powerful break, but that cue ball straight in off the break there from CEASER Chandigarh. That'll bring Shivam Arora to the table, ball in hand behind the balk line.
Ball in hand, time running.
So he can't play any of the balls behind that balk line. Has to play forward. And in the match on the 10-ball table, we have Craig Bauer against Darcy McKinley.
You can
from
see him just
Canada.
behind. You'll see from the bulk side of the table, you can get a glimpse there of the 10-ball action currently underway. We've got Senzo Gumede and Joffrey also at it on the black ball side of the tournament in the men's final. The snooker final also currently underway with Giorgio versus... Yeah, I'm going to double check that for you. Just give us a second. We'll bring you some updates on those matches too. Or you can hop over to the other streams on WPALive.tv. Whatever your poison is, now's the time to enjoy it. All 4 tables, all 4 disciplines currently being streamed.
That's Michael Giorgio from Cyprus against Ross Valence from Scotland.
Yes, that's the name. Valence.
Yes, Ross Valence from Scotland. That is on the snooker table at the moment. So it is on WPALive.tv if you'd like to have a look at those other tables in play currently. We have snooker, black ball and 10-ball. And there you can see Craig Bauer at the top of your screen. He is currently 1-0 down against Canada's Darcy McKinley. And we're looking at Shivam Arora slicing his way through the second frame.
Making light work of the stripes here, Shivam Arora. We should see him. Look at this, Raymond. Look at this.
That was beautiful.
That
was beautiful.
Pool poetry there from Shivam Arora. Beautiful way to seal his first point, getting on the scoreboard now, 1-1.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from him there. That is a run out of Caesar's break. Yeah, Caesar potting the cue ball on that break, so that will be called a rack and run when you make a clearance off your opponent's break. Very nice clearance from Shivam Arora on those stripes. As we see a few highlights from that rack and run. Yeah, but the way he got onto that black ball, that was nice. But
that was beautiful.
I did tell you the way he can maneuver the cue ball on this table. Look at that once again, and yeah, nicely in to the center pocket, that black ball, as he gets his first point on the board.
Just correct me if I'm wrong. You did say Shivam Arora now sponsored by Q-Lees.
Yes, Shivam Arora used to play with Q-Tech, but he is now a Q-Lees player as well. That is the Q-Lees break cue he's using and has the whole set. So Q-Lees, one of the best brands to use when playing this game. Jason Turon, also a player using Q-Lees as well.
I must say the solids look low-hanging fruit once again for Shivam Arora.
Potting on that break, and yeah, but he has a massive break behind him, and that's why he was able to get those 2 break and runs against Jason Turon earlier. So does he just move the cue ball to play the 7 into the center? If he has, he's come a bit far, or he's come short for the corner. Yeah, he's not too happy with that.
Yeah, but from the way he's striking that cue ball, just watch him find the 3 off the shot. Oh,
No,
almost.
it's not there. That was an unforced error from Shivam Arora on the positional side of that 7 ball. Yeah, you can see he's visibly upset.
Agitated,
Yeah, he's
yeah.
visibly, because he knows that was a break and run loading. Look at the 3, look at the 2. So CEASER looking to play the 11 onto the 7 now. But has to get the cue ball. Oh, if he's left the 3, I have seen Shivam
That's a legal shot
smash these
in
in, yeah.
HEYBALL. For those of you unfamiliar with the rules, player plays from where the cue ball lies. Unless, of course, you drop your own object ball and your player's object ball in the same shot.
Oh, tactical shot from Shivam, putting that 2 in a better place. Could not get to the 3 on that occasion. 85 minutes left to play now in this final. This match is for gold here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship.
You know, I certainly I know there's mixed feelings about this, but I certainly love an animated player, and Shivam Arora a lot
Yeah,
more
he is.
animated than CEASER.
It is.
So for me, it's a joy to watch him.
Yeah, I think CEASER will be looking at a clearance here. I don't really see a problem for him if he can get the top sorted. Get the cue ball back to the bottom of the table. It's just the 14 ball next to the 3 that might cause an issue, but we'll see now how he's feeling. Is he looking at rerouting? You know, when watching CEASER, it's very hard to call his route. It's very hard because it's the most simplest route there is usually, you know, and he is one of the only players I've seen that make it look that simple usually. It's very difficult to call
It's
his route.
beautiful mind type
Yes,
stuff, hey?
yes, it is. It definitely is when watching him play. Okay, it looks like he's going to take this 11, and from the looks of it, I think he's landing on the 9 to the center. Let's have a look at this cue ball. It needs to go past the 2. Yeah, a little bit more pace he would have been on the 9, but he's nicely
Yes.
on that 12
And
at
he'll
the
need
bottom.
the 9 to get to the 14.
9,
so
14, and then 14 black ball. Yeah,
Yes.
do you see what I'm saying? He makes this game as simple as he can. Yeah, I think this was his plan all along, because if you look at him playing the 14, he doesn't have to do anything with the cue ball to get to the black ball.
And now we know that CEASER wears secret socks as well.
Thank you for that, Linyuk.
CEASER, man.
We appreciate your fashion sense here on the stream.
By noticing.
And he hasn't left this that easy. He needs to cue this well. Into the center. Yeah, that was not easy. No, it was not an easy shot. It was not an easy shot. That cue ball so close to the cushion. Not happy with that. And now Shivam has a chance once again.
No surprise now that Shivam's gonna punish him
look
for
at that.
Hey, the way he moves
Yeah,
the
no,
cue
it's-
ball, man.
It's poetry.
You know, it's actually we've got two very different types of players on the table now, and
Yes.
it's quite a treat to
Yes.
watch. Quite a treat to watch, and the beauty of this is that you're going to see two very different ways, two very different approaches to
Of
clearing a
clearing
table.
a table, exactly. Yeah. Shivam loves to show his cue power. From what I've
Yes.
seen, he loves it.
And
It-
classic move of the snooker players, Raymond,
Yeah.
using the cushion,
Yes.
you know. I love that. I love it.
Loves to show how much he can draw the cue ball across the table as well. Does Shivam. Loves to show his cue power.
You are also like that. I've watched you on the table. You also enjoy that kind of play.
but it's, in my opinion, keeping it. I prefer to, in terms of making a clearance, I prefer the way Caesar makes a clearance because it's more consistent.
I guess when you play the way Caesar plays, it's that first shot. That first shot in your algorithm, in your route, that has to be perfect. And a lot of the top Chinese players play that way too.
Yeah, keeping it as simple as you can, getting the route right. But a player like Shivam has a bit of magic in him as well. You know, he's able to pull off those magic clearances. So although he plays that type of style where he's maneuvering the cue ball a lot, he plays it very well. He plays it to his advantage, to his strength.
And when you're able to do that as confidently as Shivam, when you're in a spot, you can really, you can tap into that superpower. On the 10-ball side, currently, Craig Bauer from South Africa 2-1 up on Canada's
Darcy McGinley, yes. Oh, almost getting the double drop there, Shivam on the 11.
Thank you to everyone who's tuned in on the various platforms to enjoy these finals. Remember to hit the share button. I'm Lenyukta Chetty, and I'm so honored to be sharing the space with Raymond Thalak, who's been your lead anchor for HEYBALL throughout this tournament. Oh, we've had an amazing couple of days here in Mauritius, tournament-wise. Absolute great entertainment from all the players in all 4 disciplines.
We definitely have, and thank you so much, Lenyukta, for joining me in the commentary booth for this final. We knew it was going to be a real cracker, and yeah, I wouldn't have really called these two to be in the final. Caesar, yes, Shivam was on the list. Jason Turon, definitely.
I mean, Chris Melling, definitely.
Chris Melling, of
definitely,
course, he's
guaranteed,
definitely
guaranteed in the final. But the draw had other plans.
Oh, almost getting into that 9 and 5 from Shivam. He was trying to break out the 9 there. What a tournament here by Maupool Organization and the WPA, and of course without our sponsors at this event, all this would not be possible. Rassen, PNS, Andy, United King Pool Tables, Predator, Simonis, Joy, and Liber Win. Also Teom, a key sponsor at this event. You'll notice that all the players are using Teom, and that's because they have been gifted 2 pieces of V10 Teom chalk along with some other goodies. You can catch those unboxing videos on our social media platforms. Do have a look at that, and you can see exactly what the players did receive at this tournament.
Raymond, can I go ahead and give people an update from the other matches?
Yes, you may.
Well, once again on the 10-ball side, Craig Bauer from South Africa leading 2-1. Senzo Gomede up 1-0 on Kasozi, and
Michael Giorgio against Ross Valence.
Yeah, he's 2-0 up currently.
Michael Giorgio up.
Michael Giorgio up, firing. They actually, of all the codes,
TV. All the current live action as well as demand matches that have been played already, as well as all the interviews and behind the scenes from this event is on WPAlive.tv.
And coming up 8 p.m. Mauritian time today is the medal ceremony, the prize giving, the moment that we honor all the victors and victresses at this tournament, and that's going to be quite a show. So we do hope that you will join us for that as well. 8 p.m. today, Mauritian time.
Legal break, open table.
I can sense there's tension in the air out there. Shivam he's not getting the rolls at the moment. We were seeing him breaking in really well. Dry break from him. Bring CEASER back to the table.
I have to say, Raymond, at this tournament so far, and we're right at the end now, Uganda and South Africa, very good showing at this tournament.
Yes.
Very, very good showing in this tournament, doing Africa really, really proud. I think on the 10-ball front, South Africa once again also doing quite well. We had two South Africans in the semi-finals. We've got a Canadian and South African in the final now. Snooker side, well, that's Asia dominating all the way there with Giorgio, the one standout player, and he's been in top form the entire tournament. And then on the HEYBALL side, we've got a Ugandan and an Indian. So Asia and Africa, yeah, I gotta say, I'm really proud to be African at this tournament, part of the behind the scenes personnel. We're part of the commentary team as well. We're feeling really, really proud to share this moment with you guys. Africa doing really well at this tournament.
Yeah, I have to say both Africa and India doing very well at this tournament. India always bringing a very good showing to all the international Q Sports events that they attend, and yeah, but Q Sports is really big there. Most of those players with a snooker background. We did see Vidya Pillai winning the women's HEYBALL division.
And I mean, she went up to WPA number 3 ranked woman player Marina Jacobs from South Africa, and she held a nerve.
Yes.
Vidya Pillai from India. Guys, India, let me tell you, and they had quite a huge contingent at the HEYBALL Grandmasters finals this year. They're coming with a passion.
They definitely are, and that goes back to the years of snooker that they have been playing there. Vidya does thank those years of snooker for her being so successful in the game of HEYBALL. You can see it when she plays, that cueing coming through, and she was just timing the ball to perfection during that match against Marina Jacobs.
So CEASER's ambidextrous. Have you seen him do a lot of that, Raymond?
I think it was the first time that we saw that.
Look, statistically playing, and don't come for me, Africa, CEASER is kind of the underdog in this match, I would say. And the reason I'm saying that is that Shivam, even though he's only kind of really made a big name for himself recently in HEYBALL, he's been playing HEYBALL a lot longer than CEASER. So, but hey, we remember what happened yesterday. Nobody would have bet on that outcome, except for some of us Delulu ones out there in the world. But yeah, I mean, you know, like we said at the outset, CEASER has adapted so beautifully to HEYBALL, and he's starting to make it look as simple as he makes black ball look.
Yeah, and Shivam, with his extensive snooker background, coming in and playing HEYBALL as well for the last year or two, that has also made a huge impact on how well he has adapted to the HEYBALL table. So So yeah, you have Caesar coming in from the black ball side, the 7 foot, Shivam coming in from the snooker side. And if you would look at statistics, it should favor the snooker player. But yeah, Caesar's, that's Caesar using his left hand. And yeah, the statistics should favor the snooker player, but Caesar is able to stroke the ball so well, even when he does go onto the HEYBALL table.
And that BMT of Caesar as well, from all of the big tournaments he plays all over Africa, that will certainly serve him well in circumstances like this.
Race to 9. Uganda leads
And
3-2.
I think we got a size-to-size final here, regardless of everything we just said in the last frame. 2-2 on the scoreboard. Race to 9. 3-2.
Legal break, open table.
Has Caesar managed to pot a ball on that break? Let's have a look at this. Didn't look like he hit them that solid. And yeah, nothing's gone in. Score currently 3-2 in favor of Caesar Chandiga from Uganda. 68 minutes left to play in this men's final gold medal match. This is a race to 9.
Caesar 3-2 up on Shivam Arora. I love Shivam Arora's name. It's a rock star name that it rolls so nicely off the tongue, Raymond. What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, Caesar,
Definitely does.
Caesar also got a celebrity name there. That's, talk about luck. Being born with superstar names.
So you can see Shivam not going for the clearance in that frame, deciding to let Caesar back to the table.
Shivam playing the percentages here, and we know he is a very attacking player. We've seen it earlier in the match already, and those of you who've been following Shivam's exploits not only on the Joy Masters scenes but also at the Duya events, we know that he's an attacking player. So if he's going the route of the B game, just testament to the fact that he knows how important this is, and he's not underestimating Caesar.
Yeah, he's trying to lock up the frame and obviously doesn't want Caesar to go too far into the lead, as this is a timed match. You don't want to be 3 frames down by the time you have 30 minutes left. So I think that's why we have seen a tactical play from Shivam Arora, deciding to do that now when he's just 1 frame behind. And I think that's a very clever play from him on that front. And it looks like he had the slight tactical advantage, but he's come a bit too far with that cue ball. Now a recovery shot needed.
You know what I like about Shivam Arora as well? If you see him somewhere, in a mall, on the road, wherever, looking at this guy, you'd never say he was so deadly on a pool table.
Yeah, never. He is very, very deadly. And the way he can move the cue ball around the table as well. Brilliant positioning on that 12 ball now. That 12 ball only goes into the bottom left corner pocket, but he still has to make position for the 14 into the center.
He's coming back to the cushion for that 14, I think, Raymond. Oh, no, he's playing through.
Oh, my.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that was for the frame. That shot was for the point. He was on the 14 to the center next.
Oh, yes, it was closer. It was close. It was actually perfect. Joe got the better there of Shivam Arora. He's going to regret that. He is going to regret that.
Yeah, and you can see that the 6-3 does not pass the 4 into that top corner pocket. So you will see most likely Caesar playing the 4 first, getting into the 6-3 afterwards. He will come around and have a look at that now. Does have the banker 5 ball in the bottom corner right pocket. Okay, now how are we going to play this? 4 onto the 3, leaving an angle on the 3 to come out for the 6 ball. The thing about this 3 ball is it has to go, because he will be leaving Shivam on that 12. Oh, that's brilliant.
Whew, for a
That
moment,
is-
looked a little bit touch
yeah.
and go for a minute there.
Touched the cushion early, but now he played that well. Played that at pocket pace.
I mean, just as suspected, Caesar busy punishing Shivam for that mistake. 64 minutes remaining on the clock in this match.
Yeah, I was wondering how he was going to play this black ball, whether he was going to hold for it in the center or take the risk of going around 2 cushions, which he has done. Not perfect on this black ball now.
Similar shot he had to play on the other side of the table earlier in this match. Oof.
Oh my word, how has that not gone in? And he's helped Shivam by potting the stripe in the center.
Oh, Merry Christmas.
Yes,
Merry Christmas, Shivam
definitely.
Arora.
There we see this again. Oh my word. That other stripe ball could have gone anywhere. It could have gone onto a cushion, and Shivam Arora gets handed this point. That could have been 4-2.
That easily could have been
Could have
4-2.
been 4-2. And there we go. Shivam Arora gets his 3rd point on the board, all square. 3-all, race to 9 in this men's final gold medal match. 63 minutes remaining. Yeah, I wasn't too happy with how he got on the black ball there. It was a tough shot because he was worried if he overruns it, he wasn't going to be able to play it at all. I would have thought he'd play the simpler shot, just hold the cue ball down table and play the black ball to the center, which is what he normally does. He normally will leave himself a simpler shot and play the simple position shot. So that one did cost him.
Yeah, this match is still in its infancy. It's been more or less a head-to-head battle between these 2 players in the HEYBALL final. So not too surprised. Surprised, however, that Caesar didn't take that point. It should have definitely been 4-2.
Yeah, definitely. And if it was 4-2, then we were going down a dangerous road with time running out for Shivam Arora. So now this break really important for Shivam.
I saw the 10
Yeah,
on the center pocket.
Legal break, open table. So let's play.
So Shivam has potted on that break. 61 minutes left to play in this men's HEYBALL final here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship 2025, live from the Revanala Attitude Hotel in Mauritius. And have a look at that center pocket shot from Shivam, and he goes once again. Big break from Shivam on the table now. 5 solids left. Watch the cue ball. Nicely off 2 cushions. He's going to have to play the 2 next, and then after the 2, if he can land on the 4 and 6 to the center, he should be good. Oh, he's managed to land on the 4 to the top corner if he decides to play that, but now has to reroute. Yeah, the shot I was thinking he would play was to come around the 3 and have the 4 and the 6 to the center. However, now he has the 3 to the corner as well. And that black ball does not pass the 11 into the bottom left.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the connecting shot to the
Yes.
black now.
There you see where he placed his cue. So after playing this now, he has to get...
I think he'll want to land on the... well, yeah, he needs to land on the... Well, the view keeps changing of the table. So because
Yeah,
left
he has
and
to
right.
land high side.
Yes.
High side of the 6 so he can get the cue ball down the left side of the table. Depending on what angle he has.
Yeah, let me just give you an update on the 10-ball front. Craig Bauer from South Africa leading 4-3. Senzo Gomere 3-0 up on Kasozi, and Giorgio won his snooker match. He's the snooker champion, 3-0.
I think Shivam has just snookered himself. He played the stun, the forced stun to get down, just queuing through that angle. And he has to swerve this. This is a small swerve around the 12. No, it's not there.
Oh,
what an opportunity that was for Shivam.
Word. Oh my word.
All that work, and he's missed yet another break and run, which he should have had.
Oh my word. Shivam ARORA.
Yeah, excellent chance for CEASER now, and judging by how he usually takes on frames and takes on finishes, I don't really see a problem on the table for him here currently.
No obvious problem.
No.
On stripes for CEASER.
Yeah, I'm wondering why he's not taking the 15 first, though. That 15 is obstructing the 12 into that same pocket, so he's going to take it now.
That's the thing. You remember you were saying it.
It's
we don't see the
it's so
finish the way
difficult to
CEASER
see
does.
it from his
I think
point.
he's going to
Yeah,
play 15 and then play the 12 afterwards, or uses the 12 as a connector to the 8. Now he's going up table.
yeah, I would think that the 12 is a good connector to that 8 ball now. Yeah, that's nice. That is pretty nice from CEASER. Got a bit of an angle on this 13 now to the top right, so cue ball off the top cushion. There we go. Left himself a medium distance shot on this 12 ball.
Almost straight on the part.
Yep.
No work needed for the 8-8 open to the corner pocket.
And there it is,
Beautiful.
and that
Oh.
will be, that cements CEASER's 4th point of this match. CEASER leads 4 frames to 3 over Shivam ARORA from India. 57 minutes left to play.
And the whole of Africa CEASER.
Yeah, mistake, unforced error from
Yeah.
Shivam.
You know, and I think that was twice so far in the match that happened to him.
Yeah,
But
on a
in-
break
in-
and run as
yeah,
well.
In all fairness, it happened to CEASER as well. It did happen to CEASER as well, a missed break and run. So, yeah, I think the tide is kind of the same on both sides of the court.
Yeah, you have Craig Bauer currently leading there 4-3 on that 10-ball match. I believe race to 9 there as well on that 10-ball match. Same time limit, 100 minutes per match.
36 countries, ladies and gentlemen, 36 countries attended these first Commonwealth Billiards Championship. And these are the last 8 standing. Well, last 6 standing now, because Giorgio has been crowned the snooker men's champion, winning his match 3-0 against Valens.
Yeah, and I think many people would have called that one from the beginning, Lenyukta. That's Michael Giorgio, former professional snooker player, I think ranked top 40 in the world at one stage, and you can't even imagine the amount of work you have to put in to get to that level and to stay at that level even. He now coaches in Qatar. He is Qatar's official coach for Qatar Billiards and Snooker Federation. And yeah, when I did see his name on the list, he was a pretty huge favorite, as well as Pankaj Advani.
I believe he took out
Yes,
Pankaj Advani
he took out
yesterday.
Pankaj in that would have been the quarter-final match. It was a pity they had to meet in the quarter-final. That would have been an excellent final for the snooker side of this tournament. And I can tell you, Michael Georgia would have done well on the HEYBALL front here, as well as he did win the Asian Open presented by Join WPA last year in Qatar. I think taking out Jack Whelan in the final of that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, here comes Shivam.
54 minutes left to play, and yeah, Shivam has done exactly that. He's not letting CEASER run away with the match. He's keeping him there. I think we might see Shivam using the same tactics now, being down once again. Oh, not! Oh, the cue ball. The cue ball stays on the table. What a shot that was. I'd love to see a replay of that. That was an absolute cracker. And have a look at this cue ball. So he is doing the same thing, trying to lock CEASER up and trying to secure the frame.
It doesn't look like
Look
CEASER
at this
has
shot.
a direct line to
Have
any
a look
stripe.
at this. Absolutely smash that into the top corner pocket.
My
Look at
word.
the cue power that Shivam Arora has. So although he can play these finesse shots and delicate cue ball positions, and he has such a nice
accuracy.
touch. Yeah, he also has a lot of power behind him. A lot of power and accuracy behind
He's dynamite, this Shivam.
Shivam Arora.
Dynamite. Craig Bowell from South Africa currently 5-3 up on the RC. So, yeah, things heating up there. The last time I checked, Senzo Gumede 3-0 up on Kasosi. So, yeah, guys, things really kind of approaching the business end now for HEYBALL and black ball and 10 ball. We've got just over 52 minutes remaining for all three codes here.
Yeah, once again, he's going for the 6. That's a second attempt to try and free that 6 ball from Shivam. What is he going to do? Is he going to roll it down? I actually thought that's what he might do. He might end up behind the 6, roll it down to where the stripes are, secure that pocket. So is he going to go for it once again? Yes, he was.
Well, this just in, Senzo Gumede 4-0 up on Kasozi, currently on the black ball finals table. Shivam a very gutsy player, hey?
Yes.
Very gutsy player.
Yeah, but is it the time to be playing those kind of shots at the moment? 4-3 down, 51 minutes left on the clock. As I said, if he could have come behind the 6 and pushed the 6 down to that right corner pocket, that would have secured the frame.
Yep, that's good enough.
Yeah, it looks to me like CEASER is going to punish this, especially looking at the solids now. The solids are not in good positions, even if Shivam does come back to the table. Going to be coming off one cushion, coming close to that black ball. Now deciding not to go higher up table. So he's left this medium length black ball into the top right corner pocket.
Not an easy cut on a black ball table. Some good cueing required here for Caesar.
It's there. It's not.
Oh.
But that's the thing about where the solids are currently lying. He could afford to miss that ball because these are not easy at all.
I think a lot can be said for the pace he chose to play that shot as well. Cloth could have taken it off.
Yeah, he chose to play the drag shot, and he's normally really good with those, but playing those drag shots, sometimes you can just hit that cue ball slightly off. Now what does Shivam do?
Something classy. That's what Shivam does right now because there's nowhere to hide. Nowhere to hide. Okay, wait. Let me say that under correction. He is a snooker player. They are known to find places to hide.
Yeah, I feel he could, but he looks like he's lining up to pot the 6.
Yeah, it's do or die, a money shot for Shivam Arora in this frame.
Oh, what
Wow.
a shot that is.
Wow.
That is.
Wowza. Are you entertained, people? Are you entertained?
That is
Shivam
one
Arora.
of the best shots I've seen the entire tournament.
That is a
That is
very
not, it's the best shot I've seen the entire tournament. I've watched every TV table match.
Dynamite,
The best shot.
Shivam Arora. What a
Play
beautiful
it
pot.
under that circumstances, but he needs another one. He needs one more.
Do it again, Shivam. Do it again. Give us something to scream about.
And look at how easy he's made the 7 compared to what it was before. He's almost straight on this now. No, he's cued across that.
Oh well. We let that one slide, Shivam. The shot before was absolutely magnificent.
My word, what a shot that was. He played the 6 ball was much harder than the 7.
Easy black. CEASER, man.
Uganda.
Craig Bauer now 5-4 up, and the 10-ball players are taking an intermission. Also a race to 9 there once again. Craig Bauer 5-4 up on the 10-ball front. Senzo Gumere 5-0 up on Kasozi on the black ball side.
Race to 9, Uganda leads 5-3. India to break. Ball in hand, time running.
So Caesar leading 5-3 now, getting his 5th point on the board. This is a race to 9, and look at Shivam's break. His break is absolutely huge. Have a look at this once again.
Hey, so much power.
Yeah, a lot of power.
Where?
A
Where?
lot of power coming through that break.
Whatever tea Shivam Arora is drinking, I want some. I want some, Raymond.
So Shivam has taken stripes in play. And once again, another opportunity at a run out, but these are his breaks. His breaks give him such a good opportunity at making a run out.
And with a break like that, you can really shine, hey?
Yes.
Really, really shine. And whatever Shivam is doing, I think the rest of the AWOL community needs to take note.
Yeah,
He
let's
makes
see
it
how
look
he
so
takes.
easy. You know, Shivam, once he's on a run, he makes it look so easy as well.
Yeah, this is looking good for Shivam now to take his 4th point, and so quick as well. And that's exactly what he needs to do to stay in the match.
I'd say 13, the connected to the black and black for the, I think, left-hand side corner pocket.
Bottom left, yeah, bottom left corner pocket. That looks like it just has to pass the 1. That's all he has to do. If you are just joining us, you are watching the men's final here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship, the gold medal match here live at the Rivanala Attitude Hotel in Mauritius. Shivam Arora from India against CEASER Chandigarh, and Shivam about to get his 4th point with a break and run. Finally getting his break and run in this match. Shivam Arora, 5-4.
Beautiful. Are you entertained, people? Are you entertained? Give this dynamite from India his flowers. That was a great break and run from him.
Yeah, very nice positional play around the center there, especially very easy to not get that right and land wrong on those. So yeah, well-deserved point from Shivam Arora to get his 4th point. CEASER Chandigarh leading 5 frames to 4 in this race to 9.
Well, the players have opted to take an intermission, and that's 5 minutes for them, 5 minutes for us too. If you guys want to hop over to 10 ball or a black ball, now's the time to do it, but be sure to join Raymond and I in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, they should be back in about 5 minutes, and that clock will continue running. Current score, CEASER Chandigarh 5-4 up against India's Shivam Arora in this race to 9.
Oh no no, oh no no no. In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, legends rise on the table, cause a fight. Sharpshooters and Ganda take the post with a stroke like thunder. Feel the ghost from Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with a magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. School is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Hustle me table, the color strong, ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to CEASER. Break and finish rounds, squatting in Mr. Apples. Unkala humble table, now a short time. Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare. Across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. School is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground,
crowd, the sport takes mystery of soccer. Now Francis will work for the strings and the famous commentary of Peter. Jobing a beautiful voice ya Priscilla.
Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa pool hushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima, na asitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinyawa huru, utebe kwenye nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games, you in hand history made. For the legends, let's celebrate.
And we are back after that player break. Score 5-4 in favor of CEASER Chandigarh, and it was CEASER to break in this 10th frame. Doesn't look like anything's gone in. Brings Shivam ARORA to the table. Solids in play. There is quite a bunch on that left side of the table. Is he going to take care of it now? Yeah, that's a really great shot from Shivam. Managed to break up the bunch, pot that ball cross bank.
Any side bets from you, Raymond?
On this match,
Yeah.
the side bets are that that people watching think we are biased. That's a side bet I'd love to take. He's had to use the spider rest twice and still going strong. This is off CEASER's dry break. Now let's have a look at how he can get on that 2-ball. Let's have a look at the cue ball now. He's a master of moving that cue ball, coming nicely up table. This definitely means that the 2 passes into the top left corner pocket. And it's there.
Hey, some clean,
Yeah, very clean.
Queuing
Very
from Shivam
clean.
ARORA,
And
guys. You
quick.
got to recognize that.
And quick. Not only clean, it's quick. He reminds me, he has the same style as Chris Melling. Nobody obviously can play like Chris Melling, but he has the same nuances in his game, the quick cue action, and he's able to put together a finish
Look
that
at
quickly.
that.
And just like that, gets his 5th point on the board. Score 5-all in this race to 9.
Just like that, guys. Just like that. The scores are leveled again, and you got to give this guy
That
his
was the shot.
flowers.
That was the shot.
Beautiful.
Breaking up that cluster, and then he had to use the spider rest twice, as you see, once and again. Yeah, that was very solid from Shivam ARORA to equalize this match at 5-all. 11th frame coming up, and Shivam will be breaking in that 11th frame.
Well, this just in on the Blackpool side, Kasozi managing to take 2 points there with Senzo Gumere edging closer and closer to victory in that race to 7 on the Blackpool side. Senzo Gumere still 5-2 in the lead on Kasozi.
India to break, ball in hand, time running.
And we have Craig Bauer 6-4 up currently on Darcy McKinley from Canada.
On the 10-ball side.
On the 10-ball side. And Shivam's break, and he's potted a ball. He has potted a ball. Legal break, open table.
You know how dangerous he is when he pots on the break, guys. Stripes looking good here, Raymond.
Stripes in play.
So that's one break and run earlier for Shivam. I remember he made that break and run finally. That was a rack and run off Caesar's dry break. And now, potting a ball on that break, he's back on the table, back on stripes, looking for another break and run.
Oh, Shivam Arora, he's got just 2 stripes now. I smell another break and run loading here for him, if his form is anything to go by. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that was the shot.
Look at that. So beautiful.
That was the shot.
Pace control, accuracy, everything. Such a complete player.
Yeah, brilliant stuff from Shivam Arora. Looks to be cementing his 6th point in this frame now with this brilliant break and run. Shivam Arora goes 6-5 up against Chandigarh Caesar. 32 minutes remaining. Shivam definitely finding his cueing. 5-3 down to 6-5 up.
That's 2 break and runs from Shivam Arora so far, and 2 almost.
Yeah, 2 almost, 2 missed break and runs, and 2 break and runs, 1 rack and run off Caesar's dry break. So Caesar comes to the table breaking now in this 12th frame, trailing for the first time in the match. And he's potted a ball on the break. And it's also quite a good break. I see the 10 on the side. He might be going the way of solids.
Solids in play.
Solids all open here, Raymond.
Yeah, that was a great shot to release the 3. I think it still does go. Yes, it does. He has made it easier into the top right corner. Oh, he's just clipped that inside jaw, and you can't be clipping the inside jaw, not on these HEYBALL tables.
Why, Caesar? Why? Why?
Yeah, but in saying that, he has not left an easy table for Shivam. You can see those 2 stripes on that side.
Watch Shivam manufacture finisher, Raymond.
Yeah, he's going to attack those straight away, I feel. Playing a lot of left-hand side. Is he going to pot the 4?
Almost sneaked that one in. That's a 9 ball that he played towards the 4. Hey.
Yes. But he has still left the finish on for Caesar now to equalize the match at 6-all.
Black ball, 10 ball, HEYBALL. You have 30 minutes left in your session. 30 minutes left.
Interesting to see what route Caesar's going to take now. We all love watching that. The route that Caesar chooses.
Yeah, the 3 ball has to go into the top corner pocket, top right, unless you can get behind it to play it into the left center. Don't think you want to be taking that chance. Yeah, so 7, 3, 1, 2.
Black for the center.
Just like to have a look at the 2 ball. The 2 definitely goes into the bottom right. Also does go into the bottom left past the 9. Yeah, that 3 ball was not an easy 3 ball from CEASER. So Shivam back to the table. I don't think he expected to be back at the table here.
I didn't expect to see Shivam back at this table in this frame. And I think he's going to punish CEASER now. Oh, that's a nice
almost
shot.
getting that 12 out in the open. Don't think it passes in the center just yet.
Yeah, but he can play it down to the corner pockets. 10. Ooh. Yeah, just misjudged that one slightly. He was going to develop the 10.
Yeah, was coming into the 10 there.
Similar to what Chris did last night to open up that frame, the deciding frame, when he took the match to the decider.
And I think this should be point for CEASER now.
Definitely.
Yeah, that mistake from Shivam is going to be punished.
Yeah, and I mean, CEASER will have to try to lose this frame
Yeah.
now.
Do
Too easy
believe
pickings for him.
It is going to be 6-all in this race to 9. That's not.
Oh my word.
That is not the best.
Anywhere but there.
Yeah, anywhere but there.
Anywhere but there. CEASER,
clip
man.
this in?
What are you doing?
Is he gonna? He's gonna try and clip this in. He's gonna need to play this really hard because it's a tough cut. There it goes. It goes. But the stripe, is the stripe gonna beat it there? Oh my word. I can't believe that CEASER did not make that finish.
Oh. Oh.
Has he left it?
Yes. My oh my.
Yeah, he has left it.
My
It
oh
can
my.
go, and if it doesn't go, it's going to end up right in front of the 15 ball.
I think there was like a double kiss when that ball came off the shot. Yeah, here's a cut with the corner pocket. He could potentially just also take the
Off the
pocket.
15.
Beautiful.
That was nice.
Beautiful.
Very nice from CEASER to get his 6th point of the match. 25 minutes remaining, race to 9 in this men's final gold medal match here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship 2025, live from the Revanala Attitude Hotel here in Mauritius.
Once again, head to head here. Hey.
Yeah, once again we are all square, and that was that frame could have gone either way. There was a moment I thought it was going the way of Shivam, and then we were sure it was going to go the way of CEASER.
Race to 9, 6-all. In here to break. Ball in hand. Time running.
Aurora to break. The score is 6-6, correct, Raymond?
Currently 6-6. on this table, Shivam Arora against Chandigarh CEASER.
Legal break, open table.
And if you look at the top of your screen, you can see Craig Bauer against Darcy McKinley. And Craig has made it 7-5 in that race to 9.
And Senzo Gumede on the hill there in the black ball final, 6-2 up on Kasozi. Yeah. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful
Yes,
stuff.
exciting stuff from the Commonwealth Billiard Championship final day here in Mauritius. So 23 minutes left to play.
So let's play.
That has not worked out the way he would have liked. That kiss on the black ball.
Yeah, that certainly messed things up for CEASER. Is he playing the 3 onto the 11? Yes, he is.
He managed to get the 11 in, opening up the pocket for the 6, and the cue ball almost tight on that ball cushion, but he's left the center pot. I did see a stripe outside the center, but Shivam's not going for that. He's going for the 9.
Hey.
That's going to be close. Yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Did well to get that solid into the center pocket off the stripe there, did CEASER. Now he has to finish up table, going to be taking the 6 next. Connects him to the 3 to the center pocket. From there he can get the cue ball down to the bottom of the table to play the 1 and 7. Does have a bit of angle on the 6 ball, could maneuver the white if he chooses to do so. He's just opting to play that 3 into the center.
Oof, what a
That
shot.
was a good pot. That was an excellent
Guys,
recovery
if you
pot.
know anything about the center pockets on this table, you'll know that that was a great shot from CEASER.
Excellent recovery shot there. Not landing perfectly on that 3, but making that pot to the center pocket. And now he's left himself medium distance 7 to the bottom right. Where does he have to take this 1 ball? Oh, it looks like it goes to the top corner
Going
pocket.
to the I think he's got a direct line to the corner pocket, top left. Wow.
Yeah, what a shot that is.
Wow,
Fired
that was
into the
beautiful,
top corner
CEASER.
pocket.
Beautiful stuff.
And now this is very tight. Having a look at that.
Think cushion first. Oh, I love to see an aerial shot of the table. Can't really see what he has to look for.
Yeah, he had the
Ah, it was
pocket.
Through.
CEASER Chandigarh gets his 7th point on the board. Goes 7-6 up against Shivam Arora with 20 minutes left to play in this race to 9.
7-6 for CEASER. Ooh, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. It's a great final between India's Shivam Arora and Uganda's Chandigarh CEASER. Regardless of the outcome, both players can be absolutely proud with whichever medal they walk away with.
Race to 9, Uganda lead 7-6. Uganda to break, ball in hand, time running.
Caesar to break. Oh, looks like a dry break. Looks like a dry break from him. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
if it is dry, we'll see Shivam straight to the table. Let's have a look at this once again. No, 6-ball into the bottom left corner pocket. Straight in.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes, indeed. 6-ball did drop on that break.
Craig Bauer is currently 8-5 up against Darcy McKinley from Canada. So Craig Bauer on the hill in that 10-ball match. Unbelievable stuff at this tournament, and you can see that match going on in the background.
8-5.
8-5, yeah.
For Craig Bauer from South Africa. Did you hear that, people? Africa, Africa, Africa doing the most at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship. Say 12 and then 10 next. Does he get the 10? Does he get the 10? Yes, he does.
Yeah, I think he's still on the 10-ball, but now
He might even play the 13. I think he's looking at playing the 13 next. Oh, difficult to read Caesar sometimes. He's going the way of 10. Yeah, I
10.
think Caesar's leaving that 13 for the connector to the black.
So now 15 to the 13. This requires some good cueing from Caesar.
Well, if anybody can deliver on the queuing, it certainly is Caesar. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
over-cued that.
Too much.
How has he gotten so much into that cue ball?
So much power. I think Shivam is
Unbelievable.
contagious, Raymond.
That is
The power of... I
unbelievable.
think Shivam Aurora is hot-spotting power to Caesar.
Look at the cue power here. Look at that cue ball. He never expected that cue ball to move that much off that shot.
That much. That much.
Does it go to the center? Yeah, it was a tough one. That was a previous shot. He got into that cue ball. He cued it too well. He cued that too well.
Yeah, I think he just misjudged the power on that, Raymond. And it might just cost him. And such a crucial stage in the match. He's 7-6 up, race to 9. How many? 15 minutes, just under 16 minutes remaining on the clock now. Yeah,
And that's
just as we
Shivam with
thought
a
Shivam would-
tactical, yeah. Nice clean hit from Caesar.
wow.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Take a bow, Caesar.
Oh,
Brilliant stuff
wow.
from Caesar. Coming out of the snooker and potting. That is brilliant as we have a look at that once again.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful
Caesar,
stuff
man.
from Caesar. He is now on the hill, 8-6 up. I don't
Beautiful.
think Shivam expected that in his
Not at
life.
all. Not
Would
at
have
all.
never expected that shot. We thought, okay, here is a nice safety from Shivam, and there you go. Caesar Chandig with a brilliant escape.
Safe for what? Safe for who?
Unbelievable.
Beautiful. That was beautiful.
There, the
stuff.
shot once again. There we go. 13 into the corner, off one cushion, and perfectly on that black ball for Caesar to take his 8th point, and on the hill in this HEYBALL gold medal match here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship 2025.
Time running. Legal break, open table.
Well, pressure certainly on Shivam Arora now. I believe the score is 8-6, Raymond?
Score currently 8-6 in favor of CEASER. He is now on the hill. Yeah, that was brilliant stuff to get that 8-point from him.
So let's play.
I see Craig Bauer also on the hill and currently at the table.
Shivam Arora currently in control of the table now, and he's got to do the most. Oof, he's just handed the table back over to CEASER.
And Craig Bauer has won the 10-ball gold medal here at the Commonwealth Billiard Championship, 9-6 over Darcy McKinley from Canada. Well done to Craig Bauer from South Africa.
And Senzo Gumede wins 7-3 on the
well
black
done
ball.
to Senzo Gumede as well. The current men's champion, men's South African champion.
Absolutely. Shine, Africa, shine. Craig Bauer from South Africa winning the 10-ball men's division. And Senzo Gumede, 7-3 victory over Kasozi. Well done to all the finalists. Back to CEASER and Shivam. Stay with us for the last of the play at this tournament.
It looks like Shivam is going to get his 7th point now. 12 minutes left on the clock. Oh, and that has not worked out well for him. Slightly low on this 4 means he's going to have a tough black ball here to get the 7th point.
I think this black is gone.
It has to go.
This guy,
It
I mean,
has to
he's
go.
played much more difficult shots than that. He knows how high the stakes is. BMT, down to BMT here for Shivam Arora.
It has to go. It's
Oof.
there. What a recovery shot from Shivam Arora to get his 7th point on the board. Score
And he
8-6 in favor of CEASER
Desperately
Chandigarh.
needed to narrow
Yeah.
that lead that CEASER had. Are they going to force? Will Shivam be able to force the decider? Yeah, I'd love to see the decider. I'd love to see the decider. How much minutes on the clock there, Raymond? Just over 12.
Just,
hey?
yeah, just under, 12 minutes, about 12 minutes on the clock now. By the time these balls are racked, should be about 10 minutes left on the clock. We should see it come up just after CEASER breaks. Official table for the World HEYBALL Masters. The Joy Q8 golden legged steel block table.
12 minutes on the clock. CEASER leads 8-7. Race to 9.
And that is looking like a dry break. You see Shivam up already. Should see the clock come up. Should be about 10 minutes left.
As we get another replay on that break.
Stripes in play.
Stripes in play for Shivam Arora.
HEYBALL, you have 10 minutes left in this session.
No.
Oh my, cue ball scratches on that visit from Shivam Arora. Ball in hand for CEASER. Unlucky touch there on the 13, ushering the cue ball into the corner pocket. What a time to have misfortune for Shivam Arora.
So, 8 minutes. 8 minutes, 30 seconds
Yeah.
left on the clock.
And Shivam doesn't have to rush anything. He doesn't have to rush anything.
And if he does push a decider, he will be breaking in the decider because he did win the leg. So we might see that coming into play now. This 10 to the center. Oh no, not the 10. Have a look at the shot he played. 15 and 1 to pot Caesar's ball. Looked for a second like he was taking the 10 to the center. My word, what a shot that is. And from that distance to get that right.
Caesar is so cool though. Hey, so
Yeah, no, it's,
very cool around the
Very,
table.
very cool, very calm, very composed.
Ooh, Shivam with a nice tactical move there, but I do believe that Caesar
Seven.
can see the 7
The 7, yes, the 7 is open.
for the corner pocket.
The 7 is definitely open. It's going to be close. It looks good. It's there. And can this be the clearance that wins Caesar the gold?
That was a really good shot
Yeah,
from
that
him.
was. That
Raymond,
was.
that was a terrific
Very
shot from
tough.
Caesar. Under this pressure, your opponent edging closer, trying to force the decider, and you're just a point away from the title of the very first Commonwealth Billiards champion of the world
Yeah, but that's also where
in the HEYBALL
Caesar's
division.
BMT comes into play, always playing these massive matches against the best in Africa. And you have to say, Africa's best is some of the best in the world.
Absolutely.
So you have to know that playing those big competitions, those big matches, gives him such strong BMT and big match temperament. So he's able to handle these situations. And I've never seen Caesar actually, crumble under pressure or anything like that. He's always able to take these situations as they come, and yeah, you usually see the best out of him. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. That was a clutch 2 ball to the top right corner pocket.
Caesar, man. I'm sure Africa is going just crazy now at the potential for Caesar to win this match on this frame. Beautiful
Yeah, he's
stuff.
getting closer and closer now. 3 balls away for Chandigarh Caesar. 5 minutes left. And he doesn't want to win this on time. He wants to win this by reaching 9.
Oh, nicely done. Nicely done. Is that cue ball? Yeah, cue ball away from the cushion. Here we go. Here we go. Caesar
Just
for
has
the
to get
win.
this cue ball on and off that side cushion. It's all about pace. It's all about pace, and it's there. It's there. This is looking good for Caesar Chandigarh to take his 9th point and win the gold medal here at the Commonwealth Billiards Championship. And he has done it. Caesar Chandigarh wins the gold medal. He is your Commonwealth Billiards champion, HEYBALL, in HEYBALL division. He beat Shivam ARORA 9 frames to 7.
Say it with me, Africa. Say it with me, Caesar, man. Well, he's done us so proud. Well done, Chandigarh Caesar, and well done, Shivam ARORA. Both class players. We can only expect to see the best from them in future. I'm Lenyukta Chetty. Thank you for having me, Raymond.
Thank you so much, Lenyukta, and that was such an amazing match. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in. I'm Raymond Tilak, your commentator for the HEYBALL division. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back for the closing ceremony in a bit.
In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright,
Legends rise on the table cause a fight. Sharpshooters and Ganda take the post with a stroke like thunder. Fear the ghost. From Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo.
Hustle ni table, Nkala strong, ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish rounds, continue Mr. Apples. Unkala humble table, now my short time is
Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa.
Hustle ni table, Nkala strong, ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish rounds, continue Mr. Apples. Unkala humble table, now my short time is
Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks Mr. Rio Soko, na Francis Mukoko for the strings and the famous commentary ya Peter Jobe na beautiful voice ya Priscilla. Kama moyo usimami mara, ndivyo mchezaji wa pool ushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima, na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinyawa hulu, utara kwenyika nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. Africa we play no games. True in hand history made. For the legends, let's celebrate. Spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo.
Hustle ni table, Nkala strong, ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish rounds, continue Mr. Apples. Unkala humble table, now my short time is
Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Pool is our life. From tournaments to money matches, that's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa kuchalo. Just wanted to thank the people that have
helped to grow the sport. Takes mystery of soccer. Now Francis Mukwege for the strings and the famous commentary of Peter. Jobena beautiful voice ya Priscilla.
Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa pool ushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima, na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinyawa huru, utenda kwenye nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. True in hand history made. For the legends, let's celebrate. Uganda, take the post with a stroke like thunder, feel the ghost. From Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is a crown, let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo.
Hustle ni kwa table, Nkala strong ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish runs, continue Mr. Apples. Nkala humble kwa table, na mashort ya
Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo.
Just wanted to thank the people that have helped to grow the sport. Thanks mystery of soccer. Now Francis Mukwege for the strings and the famous commentary of Peter. Jobena beautiful voice ya Priscilla.
Kama moyo usimami mara, hivyo mchezaji wa pool ushika kijiti thabiti mwenye hekima, na sitikiswa na dhoruba. Leo tulinyawa huru, utenda kwenye nyaya yetu. Safari ya mchezo tunaibeba mbele. In Africa we play no games. True in hand history made. For the legends, let's celebrate. Oh na na, oh na na na. In the heart of the city where the lights shine bright, legends rise on the table cause a fight. Sharpshooters and Ganda take the post with a stroke like thunder, feel the ghost. From Osaka to Joburg, Kampala to Harare, across the motherland we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Pool runs deep, it's more than a race. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the ground, let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo. Pool is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa Kuchalo.
Hustle ni kwa table, Nkala strong ungani buffalo. Skill and composure, give what belongs to Caesar. Break and finish runs, continue Mr. Apples. Nkala humble kwa table, na mashort ya
Osaka to Joburg,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be stopping this live, but then I'll be starting another one for the awarding ceremony. So if you want to watch the awarding ceremony, just keep on because I'm putting this off, then I start a fresh new link for the awarding ceremony. Thank you.
Across the motherland, we struck with the magic hand. We break, we spin, we aim with grace. Who runs deep, it's more than a race. School is our life, from tournaments to money matches. That's how we survive. Africa is the crown, let the legacy grow. Africa, Kuchalo.